So, Alberta, this is just how little Daniel Smith and the UCP think of you. So, if you've been watching my videos, you know that for just over a year now, Daniel Smith, well, she's been doing everything possible to roll out the red carpet for Alberta separatists to force us into a vote on separation. And she's been very clear about why. Separatists are a minority of Albertans, but they're a majority in her party. So she needs to keep them happy to stay in power. Now, of course, she doesn't want to be the one to force the question. She wants to keep her hands clean, pretend to be innocent. So she changed our laws multiple times to make it as easy as possible for separatists to force a referendum. Well, that plan got spoiled last week when a judge ruled that the separatist petition was unconstitutional, invalid, because under the Constitution, government has a duty to consult with First Nations first. Left the UCP with three choices. One, they could not hold a vote on separation this fall, and well, we knew that wouldn't happen. The Premier needs to save her job. Two, they could use their power as government to put their own question about separation on the ballot. But they don't want to do that. They want to keep claiming they're not separatists themselves. They're just listening to Albertans. So, three, they could twist Thomas Lukaszik's Forever Canadian petition and claim that the 400,000 Albertans who signed that petition to block separatists actually wanted to vote on separatism. A big surprise. UCP went with option 3. And today, at a last-minute meeting of the committee reviewing that petition, the UCP made that argument and moved a motion to recommend the UCP government use Thomas's question to put separation on the ballot in October. But here's the thing. While they were still debating that motion, the UCP caucus put out a press release saying the committee had already voted and approved it. Seriously. This release was from the committee chair, UCP MLA Brandon Lunty, who at the moment it was released was still chairing the meeting the release was announcing the result of, and where, again, that vote still hadn't actually taken place, making it perfectly clear that when it comes to the UCP, democracy is just a sham. Now, we already kind of knew that. I mean, again, we've all watched them bend over backwards to push through affirmative action for separatists. And this week, before the committee had even met, senior staffer from the Premier's office, he's out there on Facebook, reassuring separatist supporters that a question on separatism would absolutely be on the ballot. So, folks, really, that's how little the UCP thinks of you. They think you'd be fooled. That on a question as important as the future of our province, a referendum process that will cost us millions to run, potentially cost us billions in investment, and create incredible levels of division in our communities for years to come, that they could just sit in the background, pull some strings, and pretend to be innocent, like they had nothing to do with it. What an insult. Let's be clear. If there's a question on separation on that ballot in October, it'll be because Daniel Smith put it there. And every UCP MLA and minister helped her do it. A separatist premier leading a separatist party who's willing to gamble with your future to save her own political skin. A premier with no respect for actual democracy or the rule of law. Or she's got another choice. She could back away and perhaps for the very first time put you, Albertans, first. It's her choice. We're watching and waiting, and we won't be fooled.